Good morning, students. Let's continue with the same story that we were doing yesterday, Packing for the Journey. I'll just give you a short summary. This is again about three friends who were planning to go on a journey, right? And these three friends, one is the writer, the other two are George and Harris. Now, the writer is very good at packing, and he was expecting that he would ask or he would just sit and give orders to his friends, and they'll run about packing or following his orders. However, things turned out in a very different manner, and writer he himself had to pack everything up except the hampers. So here we've done it till page number 98 yesterday. We'll start with page number 99 today. I hope you remember there's one thing that haunts him a lot, that is his toothbrush. So finally, let's continue from that part itself. Page 99. I'm sure you all have your books with you. It is important. If you do not have your books, you won't understand the chapter. Okay, let's continue. Of course, I had to turn every mortal thing out now. Why he had to turn everything out? He was looking for his toothbrush. And of course, I could not find it. And the worst thing was that he was unable to find his toothbrush. He was really worried. He was looking here and there. He was turning everything upside down. I rummaged the things up into much the same state that they must have been before the world was created. So what he did, he started searching for his toothbrush, and he started taking out things from the bag, and everything was so untidy. It seemed as if we've gone back into the time when the things were actually created. They were in such a bad condition. And when chaos reigned, and there was a time when chaos was actually ruling. So what he did, he was so desperate, he was so worried about his toothbrush that he forgot about folding things or taking care of the things. He started just throwing them away and looking for his toothbrush. Of course, I found George's, Harry's 18 times over, but I couldn't find my own. So while he was checking for his toothbrush, he got George's and Harris. He got their toothbrushes, but he was unable to find his own toothbrush. I put the things back one by one and held everything up and shook it. So he started, shaking things up. He got the thing and he was looking for still no, I'm not getting my toothbrush here. He kept looking here and there. He actually was checking every single thing. Okay. Then I found it inside a boot. Oh my God. So he got his toothbrush where inside a boot. I repacked once more. So he had to repack everything again. So now he had his toothbrush and he packed everything back again. Understand here? When I had finished, George asked if the soap was in. Now, these friends, they were actually enjoying. So when he repacked everything, George again asked whether he has kept soap in it, in the packing stuff. I said I didn't care at all whether the soap was in or whether it wasn't. He said, I don't care about your soap anymore. I'll not repack and check it. He just slammed it. I slammed the bag and strapped it. So he just, slammed, you understand? You when you shut your suitcase with a bang kind of a thing. He slammed it and he just strapped it, finished. And found that I had packed my tobacco pouch in it. The worst thing, this poor chap, he actually packed his tobacco pouch in the stuff, in the suitcase, and had to reopen it. And he had to reopen the suitcase again and look each and everything again. He was looking for his tobacco pouch now. It got shut up finally at 10:50 p.m. Finally, around 10:50, he finally packed his suitcase. And then there reminded the hampers to do. And then suddenly he remembered that there are some hampers that needs to be packed. You remember the food stuff and all, the crockery and all? Harris said that we should be wanting to start in less than 12 hours time, and thought that he and George had better to do the rest. And I agreed and sat down, and they had a go. So George and Harris, they enjoyed enough, but this time they told the writer that it's okay. You can just sit and relax. We'll pack the hampers as we need to leave pretty soon. Okay. Now another fun time begins. Okay. They began in a light-hearted spirit. They took it in a very light way. They were enjoying the scene. They had already, they were relaxing. So now they were all prepared to pack the things. Okay. Evidently intending to show me how to do it. Actually, they really wanted to tell the writer how to do packing, how to do the stuff. I made no comment. So, of course, writer was, a little bit tired of his goofiness and he really wanted to relax. So he said nothing. I only waited. When George is hanged, Harris will be the worst packer in the world. So he was actually waiting. He knew, okay, my friends, they're the worst packers in the world. And I looked at the piles of plates and cups, kettles and bottles and jars and pies and stoves and cakes and tomatoes, etc. So all these things you can underline there. There's a long list of things that were to be packed, okay, and felt that the thing would soon become exciting. So what thing we are talking about will become exciting for the writer? The packing part. There's a reason. There's George and Harris, they're not the good packers, right? They're the worst packers in the world. So the things were going to be exciting soon, I'm sorry. It did, and of course, it turned out to be exciting. Let's see how. They started with breaking a cup. Remember how they started? They actually broke a cup. That was the first thing they did. They did that just to show you what they could do and get you interested. So it was just the starting of the packing, and now it was getting interesting. Then Harris packed the strawberry jam on top of tomato and squashed it. And they had to pick out tomato with a teaspoon. So finally what they did, they must have taken a hamper and they packed tomato actually, and then on it they kept the jar, heavy jar of jam, and that tomato squashed. Now they had to take it out with the help of a teaspoon. Second mistake. And then it was George's turn. Okay, George's turn. And he trod on the butter. Underline it. So what George did, he trod on the butter. He kept his foot on the butter.